Hello, everybody. Welcome back, y'all. It's me, your girl G, back over here at the Salad Hour. And I hope everybody has had an amazing Sunday so far. Y'all come on up in here. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Thank y'all so much for joining another live. So yes, little hee hee ha ha and all of that. This good old Saturday afternoon, that part right there. So we have a few minutes, so I'm gonna give you guys time to come on up in here. Yes, come on in and enjoy the live. That part right there. hello. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, I guess they be here sometimes, Miss Maria. Hey, Miss Maria, girl. Hey. She says, greetings, squad. Please tap the screen. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe, support, $ G Strickland 8. Super chat, super stickers, and share. Join the squad for $2.99. It's a G thing. Enjoy the live. Thank you. That part. Miss Maria also has some house rules for the people and myself. No CC's names in the chat, initials only. Use nicknames for the strike happy folk. Use creative spelling for curse words. And this miss right here is only I can see. Agree to disagree respectfully, discourse only, and thanks. Yes, thank y'all so much for coming on up in here. Miss Maria girl, what have you been doing since we last spoke? Since we have last spoken, um, the people here in the bushes being spectators, y'all, come on in. You are more than welcome. Come in, come in. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit that like or dislike button, whichever button that's gonna make you feel good. That's the button I really want you to hit. But yes, come on in and thank you so much for being here. I still have about like 3 minutes left to the 10-minute mark. But yeah, got the house rules out of the way. Welcoming the good folks that's over here in the bushes, over there in the bushes, listening, and all of that amazing stuff right there. But yes, come on in, come on in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're catching this live on the replay, thank you so much for that. Welcome. Please make sure you hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for me. It's all that I just said. It is free. Yes, absolutely free. Like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you for the replay. Greatly appreciate you. And also, you can become a member. $2.99 on the replay. You can do super chat, super sticker, and cash app. All of that on the replay as well. So again, thank you so much in advance. Greatly appreciate you. That part right there. But I'm trying to get the people a little bit of time to come on up in here now before I get started. Rumbling off. Getting into it. Hey, Miss Sexy Diva girl. Hey, she says hello G Squad in chat. Hey girl, hey, welcome to you. That part. Yes. Let me see, I still got 2 minutes. Hold on. Yeah, Martell Holt got caught on Monday. Allegedly. Also, everything in this video, it is alleged. It's in my opinion. It's just for entertainment purposes only, y'all. Please do not forget that part. That part right there. Oh, yes, y'all. The word on the curve that I heard is that Mr. Martell Holt, Martell Holt, has court on Monday. Gonna have to do a little bit more digging around and stuff, because I need to see what is really going on with him. And like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with him being in no car accident. This is from his previous court cases and all these motions and all of that amazing stuff that he posts and want to do and want to keep his eye on old girl and keep her in the courtroom with him. That kind of stuff like that. That right there. That's what he doing. Yeah, I think it's one of those court cases coming up on this Monday. So, I hope and pray that he cannot put nothing else off, because we the people are so tired of that. We tired of that. Let's just keep on moving, Martell. Keep on pushing, because you were so big and bad when you was doing all the amazing stuff that you was doing that caused you to be in this situation that you're in. So just come on through, stand 10 toes down. In it, I don't like when people be starting stuff and doing stuff, y'all, and then they take off to go get some help, or either they can't stand on their own feet, they need some help. and all of that stuff, or I didn't do that, I didn't say that. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you did it, stand in it and say, I did it. Whatever the punishment is, let it be. You know, that right there. I like the people that do that kind of stuff. I don't like them cowards that come out and be trying to do stuff in the background and all that old craziness and all of that. Hey, Miss Candy Girl. She says, hey, G Maria and chat. Hey, we missed you this morning. I figured you might be at work. And we missed you last night too. We was up here cutting up last night. Some people was getting a little lit. And we were just laughing and carrying on. Miss Candy last night. That's it. That's all. About 2 hours and a half we was up here. That part. Sexy Diva says that's the victim's play. Oh, Miss Sexy Diva, I know what you're talking about. Girl, I ain't finished listening to it, but I'm gonna have to finish listening to that. Candice, the victim play always starting ish. Yeah, girl. Lord, and then they got to take off. They take off to go get some help. Just gonna stand in your face and lie. But I thought you was bad. You was bad when you was saying, doing, and all of that. Please don't do that to me. Mm-mm. But yeah, I heard old Marty got some court coming in on Monday. Y'all, it's been a long time, y'all. It has been so long. But shout out to the anonymous T, y'all. I was over there listening to her, and she was talking about old Mel, Melody Cherie Rogers. Roger that. She has went to Cancun for a whole week. Lord, y'all, that thing was funny to anonymous T. She said normally she streamed male videos, but she didn't stream it this time. And she was talking about, she heard said heavy voice in the background, and the setup was for only for two people. Two people, one, two. That's right. So apparently, when Mel realized that another party could be heard on the video, y'all, it was funny to anonymous. I tell you, Mel took that video down, y'all. She took it down. I said, girl, I ain't mad at Mel. Mel, get your bag. Whatever you need to get done, girl. You get out there and do the thing. You deserve it. I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at Mel at all, girl. I'm happy for her. Woo, woo. Shout out to Melody Cherie Rogers. Roger that. All down there in Cancun, enjoying herself. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, y'all. The haters is still gonna hate. Miss Candy says hotel should just really do what's best for the kids. To leave them with their mother and he see them when he can. Ooh, I totally agree with that one. Hey, Miss Carla girl. Hey, Miss Carla. Hey. She says, hey, G Squad in chat. Miss Carla, I totally agree. But the people been talking, about the kids being with Mel so much. I don't know, y'all. I hope it's true. I hope that something has happened, that those kids don't have to go back over there with him. And I agree. He's for the streets. He hasn't caught up with his age as of yet. And he's just still want to be out there playing with all the girls, y'all. But he still want that old thing, but the old thing won't go on for all that. You be out there playing with all them girls like you playing with them and bringing God knows what back to the house. You can't be doing that. Nah, dude. I cannot allow you to play Russian roulette with my life like that. Can't do that. So thank God that she was able to free herself. And when God said go, the girl was running, y'all. And don't look back. Miss Diva says, Funky Feet finally going to court. Y'all know he watching Melody Instagram. That part right there. And is Instagram and TikTok, Facebook, everything else to see her. Lord, that's called torture, Miss Sexy Diva. He's torturing himself. I don't know why he like to do that, though. I don't know why he be doing that. Him and Colbert. They be out there torturing themselves. Um, Miss Carla says, well, if Hotel find out that Melody getting her back cracked, he is going to be side, not on that ward. Lord, well, she couldn't tell him nothing when he was out there cracking back. So, it's just the tables is turned. I ain't mad at the girl. Living the best life. All we can do is thank him for the 4-piece nuggets. That's it. That's all we thank him for, Um, but he need to go on kick rock somewhere. And this mess ain't in my way, y'all. See, Miss Candy says, I'm sure when his cash is low, he declines to get them allegedly. Girl, you ready know what it is? Miss Carla says, whoop whoop for Melody. Girl, you better whoop whoop. That's right. Do that, Melody. Do that, girl. We ain't mad at you, girl. We over here rooting for you. We is so happy. I hope he is the one. And even if she just out having fun, enjoying herself, she work hard, she play hard. So, that's all right too. Ain't nobody trying to make her mad. Not Nesto. Not another one. Mm-mm. No, no, and no. Ooh, that part right there. Girl, it is what it is today. Cause he go or she said, y'all know what she told that dude. Watch her from the sideline. Now, if that means over there to Instagram, Facebook, on the TikTok, all of that, that's what he need to do. Who cares? But anyway, don't y'all forget to register for this upcoming TikTok on next Saturday. What is that? They're gonna be what's it, 7th, 10th, I think. Yeah, on the 10th. Hey, Miss Salt and Light girl. Hey, welcome. How are you this good old Saturday? She says, happy Saturday, everyone. Miss Sexy Diva says 3.5 ain't cracking. No. Girl, not the 3.5. She has come in here and put him on blast. 3.5. Oh my God. Cracking no back G squad. Coleslaw said it was the head and butt blown. Ooh, girl, not the head and the butt blown. See there. See? He sound like what that man name, y'all? Shannon Sharp. Girl, what's wrong with these dudes with the booty brownies and stuff? I ain't understanding. Ooh, Miss Carl, I ain't did a darn thing. And somebody in this chat already done went over there to Five Guys and had them a good old burger and fries. I ain't did nothing, Miss Carl. I ain't got no chicken wing. I ain't did nothing. I've been on the phone. I've been on YouTube, and I did have some coffee, and that's about all I've done. That's about it. That's it. That's all. Yeah, that part right there. But yeah, y'all, I need to know what the court date is coming up. Y'all, he got so many out here. I done lost track. I think I had it wrote down in one of my books. I got to see can I find it. Because I was trying to keep up with the stuff. He done drug us all up in it. We in the mess for over 5 years. Goodness. Who want to be in court for 5 years? Man, that's too much, y'all. The dude is doing too much. But I'm sure he's in his feelings. Old girl just taking all kinds of vacation. Look here, y'all. She don't just go on vacation with herself. She makes time to take her children, her mama, her brothers, brother-in-law on vacation. Then she make time for her employees. She takes them on vacation. They eating good. Canava said, Lord knows, goodness, Mel gonna make sure you eat good now. Which he said, you come up over here hungry. He said, Mel gonna make sure you eat. I said, Lord, and the food be looking so good, y'all. Miss Online said, I just finished cooking uh though my brother who had been in the hospital. Are you visiting your brother that's in the hospital? I think that's what you're saying. Prayers up for your brother, Miss Salt and Light. Yes, that part. As always, let me see. You better get you some food and you, girl. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna eat for the night. So we. Typos. Yes. I am. But yeah, y'all, yeah, she don't only treat herself and her family. She takes them all out and they enjoy themselves and they have fun, y'all. I know that is just really destroying Martell inside. Ugh, y'all, it's just his own creation is just eating him up, y'all. I still sometimes, y'all, I be just sitting around trying to figure out who does such stuff as that. I mean, it has to be that he didn't love her when he married her. Was it something to do? Was it about the money? I mean, what was it, dude? I do get that cold bird is a better fit for you because you know, y'all they act alike, they really do. Um, they have a lot in common, but dude, boy, y'all, when I say somebody had it in the palm of their hand, they had it all. Y'all, we know that boy had it all, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. She even stepped back to let him to the forefront so he could shine. And that still wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough for him. So that I'm just so confused. That tells me this clown right here, he will never ever be happy with nobody. That's right, nobody. He came home and is over at the house with my with me and my husband. I made his favorites: homemade corned beef hash, cabbage, and cornbread with fresh squeezed lemonade. Girl, I'm on my way down there to Virginia Beach. Put my plate in the microwave. Miss Like, girl, I'm on my way. Girl, that sounds so good. I know he appreciates you being his sister. Yes, to step in and you know help a brother out. That is so nice of you. You know your blessings is on the way. Miss Candy says, "Hey, sis, that Maria." Maria says, "Mel told him he'll never be satisfied." Ooh, that part right there. Mm-mm. There ain't nobody can satisfy him. Nobody and nothing. That's just it. You just want to live a torturing life. Miss Salt Light said, "Come on." Miss Salt Light, I tell you, I'm gonna get down there one day. I told you my son is down there. I'm gonna get there too. Well, to visit, not stay. This girl right here trying to go back to North Carolina. Y'all can have the Virginia and the beach and the sea and the Chesapeake and all that other stuff. Um, no, it's not all of that. But yeah, that dude. I mean, you know, it's sad. Yeah, I really got to find out what this court date is gonna be on this here Monday coming up. Now, that's it. That's all. Call me nosy, whatever. I want to know. But ooh, if I were him, y'all, I would quit looking at her stuff because that is aggravating and torturing his own self to be watching from the sideline of the activities that she has going on. And the real kicker is who is this man that has taken my place? Mm, 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 mm. He thought he couldn't be replaced. I guess that's what he thought. He thought nobody would want her with four little kids. That's what he said. Mm. Looks like to me that has backfired as well. So I don't know. I don't feel no ways tired about the situation though. Tell y'all the truth. Mm-mm. I want the girl to keep on doing what makes her happy. Keep on, cause she been in that mess long enough. Long enough. It was sin, lust, gluttony, greed. It's illicit sex. Ooh, Miss Candy got it all. Envy, all of that, all of that. Girl, that's a lot. Mm. Well, he wanted to be free. And what Fantasia say? Go on and free yourself. So maybe that's what he decided to do. No, he didn't. Let me take that back. Mel chose. Yeah, that's what happened. She chose for him because, you know, he didn't have the mindset, couldn't do that either. But yeah, the girl down there in Cancun, y'all been down there for a whole week. Lord, call and check on the cheering. Call and check on the cheering. The cheering is fine, and so is your mama, baby. Ooh, mama's enjoying herself. Ooh, girl, I can, child. Mm, he sure did tell her. I cannot. I cannot. Let me see. Amira says he sure did tell her he won't nobody want her with 4 kids. Sight. That's what he said. He thought he was doing something too. That part. Again, y'all, don't y'all forget to register. Register. Go over there and register now. She got that TikTok coming up next I think it's next Saturday. Y'all know how Mel do. She's always giving. That's why she's so always so blessed. She's always giving and trying to help people, support people, and all of the above. So make sure you got your register. You have been over there and registered. Put your name in that hat. Never know what she might pull out and all that kind of stuff like that. Miss Candy says he thought those muscles and frog legs were enough. Ugh. Salt and Light said, yes, he did, Maria. He thought he was doing something. He said, let me fulfill the house with all the babies so that if she's thinking about leaving, she would end up being by herself with just her and the kids. And what, for me, y'all, for me, that would be enough for me. My work, my kid that God blessed me with. If that's all I had, then that would be enough for me. You don't need no man to identify you. Some people may do, but I don't see her being one of those men to identify her. So if it would have turned out that way, then so be it. Enjoy her kids, run her businesses. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Working at the same time. Hey, Miss Denise, girl. She says, I'm here, sis. Hey, girl. Hey. Welcome. Yes, I was talking about Mel done been out there in Cancun for a whole week, girl, getting her back cracked. I love it. I'm so happy for y'all. I am so happy. Yeah, y'all had to place it for 2 people, y'all. Just 2. Ooh, y'all. Y'all, that's torture, though. Who is this man? They all want to know. Who is he? Where is he? Where did he come from? Well, I remember a long time ago. It's been a while. When Mel was on that live with her cousins and them. She was down with her cousins and them. And they said they was singing that song, You're Going to Jail. Y'all remember, Miss Denise? I
Yep,
can see
yep.
you, but not your name, not your. And they were singing that song, You're Going to Jail.
Yeah, it takes
Miss
it.
Denise, I don't know what happened okay, there you go. Yes, Miss Denise, Mel been in Cancun, girl. Maria says, hey, Miss Denise, hey, girl. Miss Denise, what you doing in here?
Good. What I'm not doing. I was over here trying to work, and then I got my grandkids over here. I got 7 of them in here. So
What?
you gonna hear me zoning in and out. Children, say hello. Hello. There you go, and there we have it. Okay.
There go the whole football team up in that joint right there.
Yeah, that's 7 of them right there.
Oh my goodness, girl. Oh, Miss Kenny says, how disgusting for your husband to plot your downfall because he is not faithful, but God. He got the last laugh. Say it again. That part right there. Yes, indeed. Miss Maria says, I'll tell y'all my heart broke for her when Narc told her she need to learn to accept his cheating because that's what he was going to do. Ooh, I wanted Miss Maria. I just wanted to slap him myself for that. Miss Maria says, "Hi, babies." Yeah, Miss Maria, I wanted to slap that dude. He said, she looked at him. He said, "Like what? Wait, what? You expect me to get used to you cheating on me, dude? You think you're the only man that God has created? You wasn't even a man because you're talking like a boy. Where they do that at? I guess he effed around and found out with the quickness, did y'all know the best part for me was when Mel said, sign the divorce papers. He said, I tried to sign a motherfucking divorce paper. Dude, you won't try to sign no papers. Stop that line. Miss Sonya said he was very delusional. He didn't realize that he had a diamond. Ooh, he didn't. He do now.
You told she told him sign the papers.
Yes, that's what she told. She was sitting there with Pharaoh. That was out there the blind y'all. Y'all remember? And she told him, you know, all of that you saying sound good. She said, but
so
I ain't checking for that. Ooh.
mm-mm.
When she said I ain't
so
checking
Mel,
for that, I said, do that. Mm. Lord, he was sitting over there with his mouth open. He was looking so stupid.
so
He was
so
looking
Mel
lost
been
in the
gone. So Mel
sauce.
been gone for a whole week. You say right?
Yes,
I
girl,
said.
getting her back blown out.
Mm-hmm. And come
Hopefully.
Monday morning. Come Monday morning. He gonna blow his back out, getting up there and tripping over there to that courthouse, doing some more junctions on motions and stuff again. So watch what I tell you.
Girl, allegedly he got caught on Monday. From what I heard through the bushes a few minutes ago, I got to go and check and see. Ooh, yeah, he got caught on Monday. So what he gonna do? He can tell the people then why he in there. Maybe he won't come back out. Miss Maria says I was trying to figure out how to get my tail down to Huntsville and lay this Louisville slugger on his ass. Girl, mm. When I tell y'all I was so disgusted when he stood up there in her face and said that. Mm, mm. That girl, she was not cut out like that, but she had to become cut out just like that because that dude was throwing all kinds of stuff out at her. You gonna deal with this, and you go what? Wait a minute, what? Okay, I can tell you, I can show you better than I can tell you because you ain't about to talk me to death. Miss Candy says, well, he can cheat all he wants with his broke and broken self. Not broke and broken. Mel has moved on too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad she didn't look back, y'all. Thank God for that. I am so happy. But I just want him to be able to see his kids just on the weekends because I'm tired, y'all, of those kids. To me, that's dysfunctional. You know, they gotta pack bags or whatever to go spend the week at my daddy house, and I got school and all of that. And he for the streets, and he really ain't got time for me. But this is what he got to do. He really ain't into it. Who can he find to watch us while he go out there in the streets and play? Because he ain't got time. Y'all, I'm so ready for these kids to just be able to stay at their mama house, go visit their daddy maybe on every other weekend or something. I don't know. No sound. You can't hear me, Miss Candy. Miss Candy says Mel has moved on to greener pastures. Yes. Maria says Mel said I can show you way better than I can tell your stupid bum ass. Jesus. Not that part right there. But yeah, it's no, it was rough, y'all. We was there from the beginning, y'all. I mean, well, from when the beginning of the show started, we was there. And it was rough, y'all. It was rough on me, not even knowing the person, these people, but to watch one person have to go through so much hurt and pain, y'all. It was not a pretty sight. It didn't even feel good, and a lot of people was able to, you know, I'll say, um, they have like been in some of that same situation. I'll say it like that. That she had been through. Some maybe it could have been a little worse than what we actually seen her going through. But thank God, you know, for happiness now. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see. Miss Sexy Diva says Funky Feet problem had. Oh, sorry, Roscoe here. Mm, I want him to feel it every day, y'all. I want him to feel it every day. All the pain, all the hurt, all the disrespect to her and those children, y'all. He needs it every day. Miss Sexy Diva says Funky Feet Problem had this kids this week while she's enjoying life with her new boo. Um, I don't know, even not, maybe, Miss Van was there to, make sure the kids get to school and all of that. Y'all, that's still beautiful. It's still so beautiful. We know that she called every day to check on them and all of that. But I don't know why he always have a problem with her enjoying herself when she has the kids or whatever and don't want her to be the kid. But you got the side chick be babysitting your ex-wife kids, the person that actually broke up your home. Well, not by herself. You allowed. Ooh, y'all, he couldn't have been. He couldn't even been my ex-husband, y'all. I'm so sorry. I couldn't. I would. I did. I couldn't do it, y'all. I'm sorry. I just really would not have been able to do it. Um, that part right there. But yeah, y'all, she's out there. She's been out there in Cancun. She has some speaking. She's a keynote speaker. I think it's today. Too. So she work hard, play hard. She back in time to do what she gotta do and get it done. Make sure the kids is good. All of that, y'all. She just be doing the thing. And you can't do nothing but take your head off and salute. Shout out to her. Miss Maria says, I pray the Nuggets. Let's see here. She says, I pray the
Shout
Nuggets
out to
will
Mel.
retain. What you say, Mr. Nee?
I say shout out to Mel. She doing her thing, baby. And I know the haters gonna hate for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Miss Candace says Miss Van may have been. Yeah, I hope she was there. Sometimes she do stay there with the kids and make sure they get to school and pick them up and they lunches and all of that good stuff. Yeah, so I love Miss Van being in the background. She don't tell her what to do. She's always there for her. She has a listening ear. If she asks for her advice, she gives it to her. But yeah. She let Mel stand on her own feet. Y'all know what she told one? She got it. Miss Vine let Mel know one to know. She don't need me. She know how to check you and the rest of the crew. That part right there. Mm, all the time. She's not like Tia crying and carrying on. I need you to get up there on the YouTube and say this about her and some old crazy stuff. Maria says, speaking of haters, did y'all see a Weather Girl's announcement? Girl, I seen something about she's supposed to be on TV, y'all. Um, uh, um, supporting or helping people that wants to become entrepreneurs or something like that. I don't, and when I saw it, I didn't even get excited. God bless her on her journey, whatever. But I didn't like the way she was coming, talking about a text message or something. So when the cameras are in effect, girl, I don't know. It didn't make too much sense to me because if I'm gonna be on TV, I'm gonna know the day, the time, when, all of that. But it was like she was throwing out subliminals or something about this her being back on TV or whatever. But anyway, moral of the story is who really cares? I don't. I mean, you gonna teach somebody about entrepreneurship? Girl, it look like you need to go back to school from what I've seen. Allegedly. I'm just saying. Um Miss Sexy Diva says Funky Feet jealous of the kids going to LA for her TikTok. That's why Melody can't have them there no more cause is a bum. Wait a minute. The kids can't go to LA no more? I didn't know that. Hey, Miss Faith. Hey, beautiful. Welcome. Happy Saturday afternoon to you. Y'all, are y'all serious? Y'all, I did not know that. See, I cannot with that, y'all. I don't like that. To me, it makes me feel like he has all the say when it comes to these children, y'all. And that's not fair. Who has whether girl ever helped Miss Candy says? I don't know. Miss Maria says that face. She says, hey girl, hey. Ooh, I didn't know that. Come on, Martell. You can't be that simple minded. It all boils down to y'all that other little boy. which is up in the air whether or not if he's really his child or not, can't do and travel and do all the things and enjoy the finest of life that these four. Mm, I get so disgusted when I hear stuff like that. I don't like that. Mm, that just made me mad. For real. I'm mad. Um, Miss Candy says who? Oh, okay. Maria says weather girl made it sound like she's going to be on Shark Tank. Girl, I don't know what kind of tank she gonna be on. Maybe she fall in. And I don't even care about that mess. I'm just sick of this Martell shenanigans. Sexy Diva says, remember he filed that claim after they was there that one time jealous witch and take that W off y'all and put a B up there. Golly, he's sick. Mm, 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 mm. I cannot. Maria says that
Yeah,
Sexy Diva they
I'm here,
can
mama.
probably go to LA but not be at TikTok. He can't keep her from taking them out there. I mean, they're gonna have to be something that has to put a stop to this, y'all. That's not fair because that makes me feel like he had the kids all by himself. Like Mel doesn't have a say. But anything he want to do, he's able to do it with nothing said. See, that makes me come out of character. Hey Miss Cheryl, how are you? Happy Saturday afternoon. She says, hello everyone. Seattle is here. Thank you for joining the live. Greatly appreciate you. Candy says, right at Maria. Sexy Diva says, Funky Feet said it wasn't educational for them, like he smarter than a fifth grader. Why not? Why is it not educational? It's learning, teaching them business about business. Oh, I cannot, y'all. See, Miss Sensitive, I wish you wouldn't even told me that. I really wish you would not have said that. Wow.
You know what? What's this? I'm sitting here listening. I just don't understand how a man like that claim to have loved this woman once upon a time, have so much hatred for her. Cause this
Mm-hmm.
ain't nothing but pure hate, is what I'm sensing. And what
Mm-hmm.
we seeing, he has no love for Mel. Honest to God, he does not.
Mm. And apparently he don't have no love for his other kids, his four kids that he had by her. Who does this, y'all?
And it don't seem like he got no love for Maverick, Knots, Miles, Morales, whatever the child name. He ain't got no love for him either. Cause the only time he want to be seen with that child when the doggone cameras are rolling. Hey son, hey son, how you doing, son? Boy,
Yes.
chill, stop it.
That is so sad, y'all.
I
If
hope he
it
hear me
was
so I can talk about
if it was really left up to him, Mel would probably have ended up on in the at the social service department trying to get help for her and her kids. I guess that would have made him feel really happy about the whole situation, that everything that went down, if that was the case. You know,
it. Yep.
it's so sad and pathetic that somebody like him, he's like wishing on his
Y'all
whole
come on outside.
his family downfall. Mel, the kids don't want to see none of them succeed just because this other little boy doesn't have the same opportunity. That is not Mel's problem, nor is it her fault. Maria says, where has he taken them that's educational? Well, he hasn't taken them nowhere. If you really think about it, where they been when they were him? I'll wait. That part. Y'all, this guy, he is so disgusting. That just really, that just made me feel some type of way, y'all. I'm like, ugh. Candy says it's not educational to be around AC, but he still does it and they fight, cuss and fuss. He needs to shut it up. Say it again for the people in the back. That part right there. I'd be so glad when this dude gets shut down, y'all. You know, because he really thinks he has some, you know, long as he got some kind of hold on with the kids, that's what he gonna continue to use over and over again. And it's so played out. Leave these people alone. You had them. They were your family. and you didn't want your family. You self-destruction, sabotage, tore it all to pieces. You did that. Now you want everybody else to suffer because you not where you want to be at. Oh, make it make sense. Miss Candace says hotel wants to stop the kids from participating anything he is not invited to, but he has limited power. If Mel can take the kids out of the country, they certainly can go to LA. Well, the last, y'all please hit that like button for me. Please hit the like button, please, and thank you. Hit the like button, share the video, share, share, share. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. You can become a member for $2.99. You can do super chat, super sticker, and you can do Cash App, $G Strickland 8. All of that to support the channel. Greatly, greatly appreciate y'all so much. Miss Maria Candice is okay, read out. Maria says, in my opinion, not is mad because I really think it has something to do with that other little boy not having the same opportunity as the other kids, because he lost it all and has stayed at the bottom while Mel lost it, rebuilt, and gained. Uh, yeah, but if he could have kept his penis in the household, y'all, he would have be doing the same thing that the kids are doing now. And yes, I agree. He can't do it, so he don't want to see the kids succeed and have the opportunity to enjoy things. That's
Okay, I'm finally in here. I'm hearing you, but I had to take these kids outside because they don't. Let me show you something. Let me just show you what I'm out here dealing with. Y'all see this? Look at this mess. Look at this. I have to sit outside with these children, okay, and get my crocheting on.
you look like that lady on 227. Where the rest of the ladies at peeping out the window, gossiping about somebody. Miss Candace says Hotel said on national TV that AC was his girlfriend while he was married too. He needs to walk off a short bridge. Girl, not a short one. Not a short bridge. Ooh. Hey, Miss Simply Beautiful. Welcome. How are you this good Saturday afternoon? Thank you so much for joining the live. Greatly appreciate you. Let me see what she said.
I'm not on touch to
I
TikTok.
can't
I'm
see.
on YouTube and I'm on
This
live. Go
thing is
play.
in the way. Miss Simply says he tells Coleslaw that to appease her. Um, it's really him not being able to enjoy the fruits of male's labor. Absolutely, totally agree. Miss Maria says, as Simply, she says, hello. This thing is aggravating, y'all. It really is. Yeah, I just really don't think that uh Simply, hey, beautiful, where you been? Miss Faith says you wearing them glasses. Yes, she wearing them glasses. Got a good wig on out there, y'all. Miss Carla, come and get Miss Denise, because you know that man might be walking down the street. Y'all remember the man that did the nails and the toes the other day? Miss Candy says you are such a good. Let's see here. Uh, you are such a good nana, Miss Denise. Yeah, she be having the babies, y'all. She be having them babies. Ooh, child, I can't do 7 at a time. I ain't even about to lie. I ain't even getting ready to try to do 7 at one time. But yeah, I'm so sick of Martell. I'm just fed up with all of this because it just makes me feel like he just got all the power and control. He gonna do whatever he want to do as far as the kids goes when he want to do it. And it's just ridiculous at this point. I mean, come on now. We all praying for her to get these kids because I'm sick of him. Miss Sexy Diva says every time she take them out town, Funky Feet wait in that truck to file a complaint. Girl, oh well, you know what? They said he's got court on Monday, so who knows what he might come up with now that the word is getting out. And you know, Mel made that post that she was down in Cancun, and people are talking about, you know, there was 2 places for 2 people to eat, and you know, he's really mad. He's really driving him crazy because he don't know who said person is. Simply Beautiful says that Maria in the bush is trying to stay out the drama. LOL. Miss Simply Beautiful, no drama over here. I have my good Mars up in here. We laugh, we joke, we may cry some days up over here, but it's good tears of joy. I'll say that. We like to encourage, promote, and help the people. I don't know if you caught Miss Carla this morning, but she let us know that she was not in a good way this morning. So she came up and joined me on the panel, and she shared, and we prayed, and we talked, and before it was all said and done, she was feeling good about herself. So that's a lot to be so thankful to God for. So yes, we ain't want none of that over here, shit. Miss Maria says that simply good luck with that. Ooh, well, Miss Maria, it can be done. I don't be over there in the mess and people stuff. I might just swing through certain people to hit the like button for support, but I don't have to do all of that. Candace says the audacity that Mel has so many rules, and he follows no rules. He has not completed his court ordered therapy. Say it again, Miss Candy. He just don't do nothing. And it's like nothing happens. If Mel makes one wrong move, he's sitting, waiting in the background so he can run down there to the courthouse. And another thing, how dare you do to want your kids, your biological, your flesh and blood kids, you just want to see your mama go to jail. How dare you? Oh, y'all, I'm like my dear, I just get mad all over again. I get mad, y'all. Child, when I tell you I get mad all over, I just get mad, y'all. I ain't even about to lie. I do. I'm like, this don't seem fair. Why she got so many rules and things that she got to abide by, and this clown don't do nothing, and he's still free, still making things. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want the kids around this person. Well, she told you that she didn't want that chick around her kids, and what your comeback was with your silly self? You gonna tell her, it's a lot trying to handle them kids by yourself. What? Now, if I go back to the beginning, and I remember you telling Miss Marlene you were gonna get you a maid. Cause Miss Marlene asked you, what you gonna do? You said you gonna have a maid. You supposed to have a maid, a chef, a big house, fancy car. I mean, y'all, where do you think he was gonna get all that stuff from? If he really knowing that Mel was the brain behind the whole operation, why did Martell think that? Cause somebody, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a minute. Cause I know somebody got the answer. Waiting. I don't know in the chat. Cause he don't have no answer. Maybe he thought coleslaw was really smart or something. I don't know. I'm just sick of this dude. I'm tired of him. He makes me get in my feelings. He really do. But anyway, he can't stop what happened over that week while she was out there in Cancun. I bet you that. Oh, y'all lost. Oh, y'all play. Y'all played it. Play stupid game, won stupid prize. That's all I got to say. Play stupid games and won stupid prizes. Um, Miss, I know she's in Alabama. Miss Candy. Alabama laws don't favor kids or women. Lord have mercy, Jesus. That don't sound good. Hey, Miss Alicia, welcome. How are you? Welcome back, I should say. Um, and y'all, we was talking about doing, a lot of people are saying, we be talking and they talking about, some recaps sometimes, let's say you get tired of, some of the other stuff that you be doing. You just want to do something different. I find myself going back listening to, looking at the shows from when it first started. And, we said last night, we want to talk about it and see who can remember who did this or who remember who did that. I think that'll be good. And, girls' night out on Friday, I call it, on Friday Night Live. We can do some stuff like that just to get some laughs. And because we've learned so much now, y'all, since from season one up until now, we've seen and we're able to put a lot more pieces to that puzzle together because we know a lot more now. Miss Candy says he thought he was still. I know you ain't finna say that man. Please don't say that. I know you're not finna say that. Miss Elisa says, hello, everyone. Please hit the like button, share the video, please, and subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you, Miss Alicia, for that. I greatly appreciate you so much. Miss Candy says he thought he was still going to have access to Mel's money, but she showed him. Ooh, she made it. Ooh, girl, she said, chestnut checkers. That's right, chestnut checkers every time, and he get left behind all the time. Lord, y'all, I tell y'all, I'm so glad Miss Van is silent partner in the background, y'all, making them moves. I'm so glad that ooh, y'all, what a team. An awesome team, y'all, that is. And oh, y'all, with the Easter thing, y'all, Miss Van was on cutting a step on the floor. Miss Deborah, Canava's mom was there. Um, what's her name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Her man Don was there. Y'all, they was having a good time. And he was somewhere looking at all that stuff. Good food, good family, friends. I mean, the kids was having an amazing time. And instead of him being so jealous of the kids and being around positive and good people and stuff, ooh, dude, he's just blocking his own blessings. Maria says that Alicia, she says, welcome back. She says if she was in Georgia, girl, she wouldn't be going through them things if she was down there in Georgia. Let me see. If she was in Georgia, he would have been in jail. Mm, mm. For all the stuff that he done from day one, girl, child, that's where he need to be. Do y'all think if he gets some jail time, it would help him open up his eyes or something? Or thank you, Miss Maria. Appreciate you. What do y'all think it'll do if he just would get some jail time or something? Ugh. And also, y'all, I don't mean no harm. I'm not trying to be mean in no way at all. But Coleslaw needed. She got to be held accountable for her action and the roles that she played too. She need to get dealt with as well. Miss Elisa says, but God always has her back for every demon 5 blessings. Absolutely, Miss Elisa, I totally agree with you. Miss Maria says if he was in Indiana, um, somebody probably would have been done laid hands on him, some healing hands. He'd likely be missing. Now, girl, not missing. Now, see, I said hand. You talking about whole missing. Lord, and Miss Murphy, I don't know if I want that because we got to think about the kids now. I'm just saying. Um, and Miss Marlene, she been so quiet. Not to say that she was ever an internet person or nothing like that. But she just quiet on the set. Everybody's still quiet on the set, y'all. Candy says, I'm sure his family miss her a lot too. She not doing any more favors for them now. Yeah, absolutely. But with the heart that Mel has, such a giving heart, y'all. I hope that the people that's good to her in that family, because let's just keep it real. At the end of the day, they still gonna always be like family because of the children, y'all. They tied together because of the children. So the one that still loves and respect her, I'm sure she'll be there for them in any kind of way that she can, to help them. And think about it too, y'all. That's why I keep saying that's how Mel is getting all her blessings. She's moved on. Let me tell y'all what Madea said. Madea said, if you see somebody that did you wrong and you don't get back with them, you're over it. But if you get the opportunity and to get back at somebody that did you wrong, you ain't over it yet. So I believe that Mel is over it. She could care less. You know, there's a wall up as far as Martell goes. Um, and I really believe that even with his mom, if she would call Mel in a sincere apology or whatever, you know, I'm sure Mel is gonna accept her apology because that's the kids' grandmama, y'all. And for the sake of the kids, you know, Mel really wants everybody to get along. Um, Miss Elisa says, I pray for Marlene. Miss Candy says, depends if he gets another felon or misdemeanor. Um, Maria says, it's just saying Gary, Chicago to the west and Detroit to the northeast. Bad influences all around. Ooh, yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Um, Miss Lisa says, God don't make no, um, let's see. She says, God don't make no mistakes. Absolutely, he do not, y'all. Um, I think she'll win more by being, you know, continue to be herself like she always have. And, you know, I'm sure she probably don't treat those people that she may run into sometimes from time to time different or don't speak to them or whatever. It is what it is. And also we got to remember everybody that's together or got married or whatever. God didn't put you together. God don't put everybody together. We do some stuff, we do it to ourselves. So let's just accept it. Martell didn't have the mindset of whatever he needed to have. So it's over now. Thank God. Um, that she's free for the most part anyway, of him trying to, you know, tell her what to and what she cannot do and all that kind of stuff. Miss Elisa says, excuse me, don't talk to me. That is my favorite line. Excuse me, girl, what are you talking about? Miss Elisa, what you talking about? And also, Miss Elisa, since you down there throwing shots at your girl up here, um, also, too, let me give you another one. Child, I had to learn a long time ago. What's her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Cicely Tyson. Lord, honey, I learned a long time ago. God can handle folk far better than I can, baby. That part right there. And let him have it. And watch what happens. That part. Um, Candy says you don't have to do people to prove you are over them. Mel blocked his mother. Yeah, Miss Candy, I'm on the fence because that's still the grandmother. You know, death can't even erase that. Uh, so I'm on the fence because, you know, so let's say they with her and they be like, we haven't talked to Grandma Marlene. I really believe Mel will make that happen. Let the kids talk to her. I really do. And I'm sure Miss Marlene will be excited to you know, talk to her too. I mean, she don't talk about their relationship now or none of that. I mean, it's been some time since all of that has happened. And come on, y'all. Now we know Marlene did that because of Martell crying, whining behind. You, my mama. Y'all remember he said that? Doggone it. When he was trying to talk to Mel at the wedding. Whoo, child, I tell you. Maria says living well is the best revenge. Ooh, Miss Maria. I see you. That part right there. Yeah. But I still have to go back to y'all. I wouldn't even be surprised if Mel didn't, you know, just invite Miss Marlene with her and her mom and the children on a vacation. She ain't got nothing to do with that stupid Miss Martell doing. Would he be upset and jealous and mad and all that, throw a whole tantrum? Yeah, he would. But if I'm Marlene, I'd be at this point, you know what? Enough is enough. She ain't did nothing to me. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you whining. You did this. You tore up your whole family. You get yourself. Don't worry about what I'm doing when I'm doing. Put down on it, Marlene, and who the mom is. Tell him. Um, Miss Elisa says, right. I do believe she would make that happen. Yeah, she would. Maria says, sometimes you got to cut every thread, break every chain. Um, but Miss Maria, She can't do that because she the grandmother. She the kid's grandmother. And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that male has or gets total custody of these kids. Y'all know she's not gonna deny that grandmother. Y'all. Way, she ain't cut like that. That's not her heart. Miss Candace says, I don't think Mel would not bar the kids from speaking to the grandmother. No. Um, and to y'all, Mel know Martell better than we do. We seen a lot, yeah, we have, but she really know him. And Mel at this point, she really know that, of course, this is Mama. You know, she doing this for him. Uh, I told y'all I got two kids. I don't talk about my kids to nobody else. But I see them doing wrong. I am not going to turn against them. But I'll tell them in the privacy of our conversation, you know you're wrong, boy. Get yourself together. Why you do that? You know, all of that. Um, Miss Candace says, I don't think Mel would. Okay, I read that one. But Lisa says, she told him that already. I'm trying to have a positive up here, y'all. Come on now. Maria says, Alicia, she did, and he threw a tantrum. Y'all know that boy threw a tantrum. Come on now. She did, and he sat up there looking dumb. Oh, come on. Y'all know he even jealous of his brother. I really like Martell brother, y'all. I really do. You know, I just think I'm not gonna say he can't get it together. I just think I don't know about Marquez, Martez, or whatever his brother name is. Um, um, I see you, Miss Candy. I see you coming for me. She said, gee, grandmas can get cut off. A lot of the time they are the instigator. Ooh. And see that, Miss Candy, why you put me in a bad spot right there? You know, but Miss Candy, I don't be turning against my sons. I don't do that. I'm always gonna be there for them. But you know, like I said, in the privacy of me and them, you know, we have the deep conversations or whatever. Have I ever had girl or young ladies coming at me saying, well, Miss Gloria, your son did this and your da 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 this and da da da. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll tell them, you know, baby, just go on about your business. You know, don't deal with them, you know. Mainly my oldest son. That's what I would say, but I don't be turning against my sons like that. Cause them little pains want no joke. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh, they want no joke. Miss Elise says, nah, no, she won't do that. Miss Marlene knows she was wrong because she tore that food up like it was her last meal. Girl, not the last supper. Miss Maria says that Candy, right? Look at Miss Maria, don't compare her nobody with that thing. Sexy Diva said them 4-piece nuggets love Mom Holt. So I don't see Melody not let the kids have relationships. I think Melody still help her sometimes, in my opinion. I'm with you, Miss Sexy Diva. I really do believe that. And come on, y'all. Let's keep an open mind. We don't know if Mel has had a deep conversation with just her and Miss Marlene. We don't know that. We seen that on TV and we ran with it. We don't know if it has been corrected or they tried to mend whatever. Even at that time when she said it to Mel, Mel wasn't even upset with that lady. What I took from it and what I got was that Mel like, oh yeah, I know, I get it. That's your son. I get it. Yeah, that part right there. So yeah. Hey, Miss Patricia. Patricia T, she says, hey y'all, hey and welcome. How are you this afternoon? Alyssa said the truth is the truth. Yeah. Miss Candy says, right at Maria. She told the world Mel was lazy and that she does not have to unblock her. It would be peace out for me. Mm. So Miss Candy, you don't think Martell? You don't think so? Miss Maria says, Elisa, she did eat like she hadn't eaten in 6 weeks. Y'all, that stuff was good to her. I ain't about to lie, it was good to her. Miss Candy says, LOL. I don't think Marlene did anything wrong other than tell Hotel he was wrong and refusing to take her head out of the sand. Mm, yeah. Miss Elisa says she is going to have a relationship with Mel and the children. I hope so, y'all. Now, I ain't about to lie. I really hope that she is. I hope, because y'all know what? Let's keep it above. Miss Van even said that they all know, Mel said it. They all were close knit, y'all. Her and Martell brought the entire family. That means cousins, uncles, great aunties, all of these people. Her and Martell Union brought all of these people together, y'all, as one family. And they all used to spend time together and all of that stuff like that, y'all. Um, they can still attend stuff, if she want them there. Martell ain't coming. I don't see the purpose of him being there, present, whatever. We have not seen no hide or hair of Marlene. The proof is in the pudding. Absolutely. But yeah, proof is in the pudding. But I'm just saying, for me, I hope and pray that they have had the opportunity to have just a conversation with themselves. It's not, we don't need to know everything, but for the kids. And yeah, Miss Van really enjoyed Marlene's company and all of that. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Miss Patricia T says that Candy, exactly. And I blocked my mother-in-law. She was down with her son's IBS. Yeah. I mean, y'all, it could go either way. I'm just the person that's wishing for the best, I guess. I don't know. Alisa says she loves Mel. He did what he did. Absolutely, totally agree. Chris said Candy, Marlene told not there was nothing wrong with him, and he didn't see that. See that? I heard that, Miss Maria, and I also heard her say, "So what? You had a baby? You. I mean, she said it ain't the end of the world. Well, it ain't the end of the world, but it was just the end of the for his world. It was. She loves Mel. Okay, read up. She also made it seem like Mel overreacted by divorcing him. I must have been asleep on that part when she's on that one with Mel overreacting. Miss Maria, I heard her telling him, "You did this to yourself." Now I heard her say that. Now could she have backtracked and some stuff? Absolutely, y'all. Salt Light says she may be concerned that Marlene may try to plant a bug to spy. LOL. That's what Miss Salt and Light says. That's a possibility, but I don't feel that. I mean, we just having a discussion. That's just my feel, my opinion only. Elisa says, yes, I think she was so happy to go on vacation. She was. And they both said, if it never happens again, um, they enjoyed that moment. They really did. And I love that chemistry that Miss Van and Miss Marlene, and even though I'm almost the same, probably at the same age as they is, y'all, I've worked at on base, and everybody's Mister and Miss and Sir and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. But I love their interaction, their relationship. And Miss Bandy say how they would come to town, and she called Marlene up, and they go to the park, take the kids to the park, and all that kind of stuff, y'all. I mean, that was beautiful. It really was. Maria said it wasn't the end of the world, but was the end of the marriage. Absolutely. Miss Candy says, gee, you are hopelessly. Miss Candy, I cannot with you today. Oh, I'm just trying to keep hope alive. You're hopefully living in a happy land. You are too nice. My cutoff game is strong. My I go there when I have to, but I'm just speaking of the person that I seen of Mel and how she is. And I'm just saying, and I really do hope that her and Miss Marlene have had that conversation and they are good, y'all, for the kids. I mean, I don't like my ex-husband. I mean, I don't hate him or nothing like that, but we come together as one whenever we need. Even my kids are 36 and 30. We still come together for them. I'm just saying. Um, Miss Faith says, when I divorced my husband, I divorced his family as well. Lord Jesus, it ain't so. But let's see if I run into some of my ex-in-laws. I hold a conversation. How y'all doing? Things well, that type thing, y'all. For the kids, I know I sound like Martell, don't I? For the kids, Sexy Diva says, think Melody keeps a relationship with the kids, granny, just about her kids. Maria says, here lied hope. I just cannot with y'all. I cannot. Y'all got me out there on this limb by myself. I ain't got nobody windmilling with me or over here with this right here. Just trying to keep hope alive. Miss Alicia says, that is nice. Well, I look at it like this, y'all. Even in my death, my ex-husband's death, we all still gonna be family, y'all, because of these two boys. Well, young men now. Old men, I'm gonna call them. Having a relationship with Marlene could also bring up sad feelings of her relationship with Hotel. Okay, Miss Candy, I see that, but let me ask you this question. So let's say she able to do that because she don't have those feelings for him anymore. Now, in the beginning, it could have did that, but now so much time and years has gone by. I really think she's over the dude, and whatever is said now, it does not affect her. I mean, my thoughts. What you think about that, Miss Candy? I'm waiting. Miss Patricia T says a cheater is a liar. So these mothers need to stop believing what their sons tell them about their daughter-in-law. Why not ask her what's going on? See that, Miss Patricia T? That's what I do. I do that. Now I do. hmm Um, Miss Faith says my kids grown. If they want to deal with them, that's they chose. But they don't fool with those folks. Absolutely, Miss Faith. They are adults. Male kids are not. They are not adults at this point. They can't get in the car and drive. They have to go see their other grandmother. If male gets full custody, no, not if, no. Let me change that. When male gets full custody of her kids, not none of her kids is able to do that. I'm just saying, y'all, come on now. I ain't got nobody. I ain't got nobody on my side over here today. But that's okay. Uh I just try to be nice and give the people the benefit of the doubt, Miss Maria. I mean Miss and if y'all get screwed in the along the way, okay then it's a learning lesson. I'll deal with that. She says, G, you are a rare breed. Most people tell the in-laws to kick rocks. Yeah, that part they do. Marissa's my ex aunt put me in a girl. I know you lying. Put me in a headlock and scold me for not coming around anymore. see, see, that's what I'm saying. Just because you divorced him, I didn't do nothing to you. Why you divorced me? Why you cut me off? I still love you. Come on, y'all. Now, golly. Just honestly, in a relationship with Marlene opens the door. Okay, I read that one. I see this thing saying something. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Maria says that Candy, I like this miss won't let me see nothing, y'all. It will move. Mm-mm-mm. I cannot get this thing to get up out of my way. This thing. Uh, Maria says, And Kenny, I like his parents and sisters. See? Faith says, gee, I had to make my son. Hmm. I had to make my son go to his grandma's funeral. He was not going to go. Oh, so sorry about that. Marissa, my daughter is an adult. She doesn't need me to accompany her to family get-togethers. I had popped in to speak to his parents, and she grabbed me. Aw, yeah, yeah. See, but again, the kids are not grown. Nobody has permit nor license, y'all. So there's gonna have to be some give and take when Mel get custody, y'all. Come on, people. Patricia T says, my cutoff game is strong. Don't call me and I won't call you. If I cross path with my in-laws, it's a hey and bye. I understand that. Faith says that part. Sexy Diva says Funky Feet made his mom feel guilty for not raising him. So she had to turn on Melody for him. I hope they was able to fix the relationship with his granny. I do too. See, thank you, Miss Sexy Diva. Boy, I tell you, God is so good, y'all. You look at him sitting, because I was in here windmilling, just windmilling all by myself, y'all. And thank you, Sexy Diva. That's all I got to say. Faith says you by yourself on this one. Miss Sexy Diva stepped out. See that? Maria says plus he has a whole new wife. Absolutely, mine do too. I don't care about that shit. I mean, I'll go where I want to go. No, I already done told her. Anyway. Mm-hmm. See, ain't all that nice sometimes now. I had to let that shit go. Them ain't your kids, girl. What's wrong with you? You get hit in the nose behind that, and I don't even condone violence. But yeah, that can happen. My kids be like, Mama, go, Mom, go on to the car. Go ahead on, Mama. Oh Lord, I see what you Mama, go ahead. I see your mama ain't about to cut up. She better keep my mouth closed though. Mm-hmm. Now I do pop off and say stuff like that. I ain't about to lie. I do. But I don't have no issue with that chick right now, y'all. I don't. But in the beginning I did. Even though Ed told me, he called me and told me he was getting ready to get remarried. My thing was to him, you know, how can I help? Do you want me to attend? What do you want me to do? See, I didn't give. If he said, yeah, I want you to come to the wedding with the boy. I've been right there, girl. I would have showed up, y'all. I ain't about to lie. I would have. So say I don't care about that no more. Patricia T says that sexy diva. Maria says no. I'm saying she can do it. I'll be over here. Sexy diva says I go into my in-laws family reunion and everything. We we super straight. Yeah. I mean, I can hold a conversation with my ex-husband and his wife, but I haven't had a lot of interaction with her now that my kids are grown. Whenever I got my divorce, I couldn't wait for my kids to get licensed and so that I could be removed out of that situation and I could be in it if I wanted to be and I could be out of it if I wanted to be. But as far as them going to, seeing their dad, they could take themselves. And I was glad when that happened. I really was. I'm going to, okay, we said that. Alisa says we try to be there for you, but gee, you are a rare breed. um, yeah, and along the way, and in my 56 years on life, I'm learning a lot. I still learn, and it's a true statement. You learn something new every day. Don't know how long I'm gonna be here, so of course I'm gonna try now more than ever to see the best in people. Because I tell y'all, people cause you to go to hell. I ain't trying to go to hell, y'all. I am not trying to go there. Um, so yeah, I try my best. Faith says, "Gee, you one of her son did not go to their mom funeral. He said the they, been dead to him. Oh, I read that again. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it is what it is. Maria says, I get along with his new wife. I'm just not going to be around all the time. Absolutely. I'm not saying be best friends or nothing like that. No. Um, only thing I had with my ex-husband, with his new wife was, I just had to let her know that those are me and his kids. Not you are a bonus, but those are mine and his kids. And I told her, even in my death, no longer on earth, those are still mine and his kids. You will never be their mama. I'm the mama. He's the daddy. I'm just saying. Maria says, F8, that's terrible. Patricia T says, F8, damn. Sexy says, I stayed at his family house. Um, um, I stay at his family house. We still cool, but they never turned on either after we broke up. Um, I don't believe Miss Marlene would. Uh, y'all, I don't believe in my heart that she meant what she said. It was out of guilt that Martell had put on that lady. I believe that's why she said what she said. Um, that's just my thought. Um, But she says, and Maria, as long as the person didn't interfere with the marriage, I won't have an issue either. Miss Salt Light says, I did a photo shoot with, who you doing a photo shoot with? Um, with my, Miss Salt Light said, I did a photo shoot with my D. Okay. I did a photo with both my mom and stepmom. We were all dressed alike. I have a picture of them two holding hands. Oh, see there? Get along. That's the get along family. That is beautiful. I love it. I just love it. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to see things in a um, different outlook now, I guess. Cause I'm getting older. Tomorrow's not promised or nothing like that. I just wish and hope everybody get along. Even with the people on YouTube, y'all pray so hard all the time. I want these people to get along. They don't have to love or none of that whole conversation with each other. None of the above. Just go to your own corner and just do your thing. Don't worry about nobody else. You can't stop people from talking about you. They're gonna talk about you when you're dead and gone. But while you on earth, why don't you want some peace? I promise you, you don't have to talk to the people. Just say, you know what, I'm gonna stay over here and I'm gonna mind my good business. I ain't about to block my blessing with these crazy people. Let them say and do whatever they want to say and do. I don't care. I done told y'all what Cicely Tyson said. Now you can run with it or y'all can stand still. Mom, Lisa says, look, I am always saying that I'm trying to make it up there and I am just praying for everyone. That yes, absolutely. That is so sweet. Absolutely, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. I just don't have time. I ain't about to try to make none either. That's it. That's all. I promise you I'm not. Um, but yeah, that part right there. But anyway, y'all, shout out to Mel. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm about to get back up into the Nesto because it's getting real good. Nesto has been in jail, y'all, for over I think 3 years now. I'm so glad that Shirley Strawberries has gotten out of that situation as well. I'm sure it wasn't easy for her. I'm sure it hurts. It probably still hurts today. Um, she's feeling like she was catfished. I feel like she was catfished and the whole nine. Old boy had so many wives. It is just crazy. But I'm so glad that Shirley's gotten out of that situation. Um, and she's not over it either, y'all. I tell you, when you're dealing with these, not y'all, it takes a long time, y'all. It really does. I don't know what they do when you communicate with these people, but getting them like out of your system or whatever, y'all, it's not easy. Now, trust me, I dealt with the narc, not my ex-husband. He could have been partially narc. I don't know. Now that I think about it, he had a touch of narc in him. Crazy thing, him sometimes. I'm just saying. Sexy Diva says, I know Funky Feet made his mom pick a side. Yeah, just like he did with the cask up there. Absolutely. Mr. Lisa says, I have a conversation with God every day when I open my eyes. Absolutely, y'all. Um, she says, really, Sunlight says it developed into that over the years. My dad made it clear that he would always love and respect my mom because she is the mother of, I guess, his children, I guess. Let's see here so I can finish it. The mother of his children. He was not longer in, I guess, no, he was no longer in love, but he had love for her. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's that grown man mentality right there. You better do that. See, he's a grown man. I ain't mad at the dude. Miss Elisa says they divorced and he still got that girlfriend. You think that girl his girlfriend? Miss Elisa, who you talking about? Coleslaw or Sonya? Are they both crazy? Um, Thessalonians 4:11:12. What it say, Miss Marie? Let me see what it say, y'all. Mm-hmm. Y'all just made up my mind. I ain't about to be arguing with nobody. I don't hear me when I say this, y'all. I got 7 grandkids and 2 sons. I'm put on everything I do. I ain't studying these people. I don't have time to worry about these people. You can't stop them from talking, y'all. That's it. That's all. Lead a quiet life. Mind your own business. Work with your hands. That part right there. Thank you, Miss Marie. Appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I just, y'all. I don't know when my number gonna pop up. I'm just saying, y'all, and y'all don't either. So why you get a chance? You know, like I said, you don't have to be friends with them. You ain't got to call them. None of that stuff. None of it. Um, Nesto and Sonya. Yeah, y'all. So Nesto was letting his buddy, Dre. See, Dre was Nesto's friend out on the truck because I think they said somebody told me this, the yard. When they say the yard, that means jail or something like that. I don't really know all the terminology for all of that. But yeah, Dre was Nesto's, good friend. But I kind of feel like on this now, y'all, that Dre is kind of like getting tired of Nesto. I feel like Dre, his good friend, whenever Nesto called him, he would always put money on his books, y'all, while he's still in jail. And even as of today, he still does that for this dude. I don't really know about their relationship or whatever, but it seems like Nesto is there for him. I mean, Dre is there for Nesto. But I did hear a phone call today with Nesto and Dre. Nesto, he laughs a lot. And Dre be asking him, what you laughing for? What's funny, dude? I be wanting to know too. But yeah, that's why I guess that's how Nesto is coping with things, I guess. And he let Dre know that jail is not like jail used to be. He said jail today is more like prison. So I ain't trying to go, God knows I'm too old to be going to jail. Lord, please don't let that happen to me. I ain't gonna make it, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna make it in there. I really won't. Um, I ain't trying to do nothing to go either. But it kind of sounds like now Dre is frustrated with Nesto and he's sick and tired. But whenever all of this stuff hit the fan, y'all, with the shredded strawberry and the nasty Nesto, it was hot on the YouTube streets, y'all. It really was really hot. Everybody was talking about it with everything that Nesto was accused of. They called him Nasty Nesto. His friend Dre had to let him know that's what they call you on the YouTube street. Well, he really didn't even know what Dre was talking about. He was like, YouTube Street, what you talking about? He said, man, they call you Nasty Nesto. for all the SHIT that you being accused of. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the animals, uh, uh, other things, and just a lot of stuff that he's been accused of. This dude still ain't went to trial or nothing like that. That chick Sonya, she trying to stand by him. I'm trying to figure out, and like I said, I got to get back into it, y'all, because I want to know, was at one point was this chick's girlfriend or something? Did they have some relations? So she going, when I say she ride or die, Ariana Coleslaw Carey ain't got nothing on Sonya. Cause this chick right here, she riding hard for Nesto. That part right there, I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Alyssa said yes, but are they friends? I don't know. Maria says Dre seemed to be the only one with any sense. Nesto think it's all a big joke, and he's gonna get out. I don't know who told him that. That's Sonya telling him that. Miss Candace says, will Nesto ever get out of jail? Girl, he had a court date just last month, but they ended up postponing it for some reason. Alicia says, yes, we know. Miss Maria says that Candy only if Jesus Um, let's see. Only if Jesus lets him out. Miss Maria, I didn't want to say that, but Nesto got a lot of stuff against him. And I gotta get into the one because the last that I heard, Sonya was up there, and Shirley to the good Strawberry need to put a cease and desist on this little heifer. That's what I call her, little. She out there talking about Shirley knew about Nesto purchasing this 350 this F-350 what is it, dually truck or something. Well, Shirley said she ain't know nothing about it, and I believe her. Shirley done told the people she'll come and testify about that situation right there. Sonya, you better go sit yourself down somewhere. She getting caught up in the crossfire, y'all. But the thing that is puzzling me the most, y'all, that was another female that heard Nesto down there in Atlanta, Georgia. They was in cahoots together. I'm talking about with the money and the houses and stuff. And as if I can remember, that female, she had went to jail too, y'all. But she got out. But I don't hear nobody talking about her now. But her and Nesto was busy together. She lived like 1 or 2 houses down from Nesto and Shirley. Lord, they so dumb. They down there in Atlanta renting them big old fancy houses for $7,000 and stuff a month. Girl, go be in your own house. I'm just saying, y'all, that's just too much. Steve them help Shirley get away from Nesto. I hope she had to do some apologizing and all that stuff. But she sounds back to her old self on the radio. I do love from Steve and Shirley and Uncle nephew Tommy and all of the peoples up there. I do love them, y'all. They seem like a good working team as well. Even though the people say that Steve wife or what that girl name be y'all knew I'm talking about. What is I like to call her name. She ain't all that nice. They say she ain't nice, but anywho and anyhow. Um the best is really serious. It is serious. Maria says, I ain't renting nothing for 7K. Girl, Nesto had Shirley down there in a whole mess. Cause he must have thought she was making Steve Harvey money. I'm just saying. And Shirley had been by herself, y'all. I ain't trying to make no excuses for Shirley Strawberry, but she been by herself, y'all. I believe that fool, he catfished her. He really did. And she was nice too, y'all, being nice to him. And she just found herself but thank God she got away. Candy says, LOL, have so many questions for God. She said, I have so many questions for God. Marjorie, thank you, Miss Maria. Yeah, the people say Marjorie is not all that nice and stuff. So I don't know, but yeah. Y'all see how we can easily get caught up in some mess? For these old crazy news that ain't about nothing. Nesto, you know better. So sorry behind. I don't see you getting out. You can say you going to, you got a court date all you want to. Nesto, them people ain't about to let you out, shit. They ain't. Drain Shirley pockets dry, trying to pay a darn lawyer for your sorry behind, and you sitting up there got Sonya calling you, and the people putting it all over the internet. Shirley up there listening to you talking to another woman while she paying your darn lawyer. I'm here to tell the people that's my husband right now today. Can I go visit him? Can y'all please let me in to visit him? Ooh, I'd have told that forehead up. Alicia said she looks at them like the help. Ooh, that's what they said, girl. Marie says, I'm glad Steve stuck by Shirley. Me too, Miss Maria. I am too. You know, thank God for second chances, y'all. And you know, God touched their hearts. And you know what, y'all, even though they said that they knew about what Shirley was going through, y'all, Shirley didn't come out and tell them what was going on. It was somebody else that Shirley was talking to that nephew Tom, and Steve didn't know what was going on with Shirley. And they said, I'll never forget this. I heard nephew Tommy say, they didn't push Shirley, they didn't force her to talk about it. They waited for Shirley to feel comfortable and come to them and talk about it. So, you know, big ups to them for standing by her. You know, that was just amazing. Sully says, but Shirley should be twice removed. What you mean by that? Patricia T says, that's what pisses me off about these trifling 304s. How the fuck she knows what Shirley knew. They always open their big ass mouth spewing out ninjas lies. That's one right there. Miss Candy says, people just ignore their conscious. Our bodies gives us signs and people ignore them. Um, at my age, y'all, I'm about to lie. God has been talking to me for a long time, but I put blinders up because of something that maybe I didn't feel like I wanted to deal with. But let me tell you, God will get your attention. He gonna shake you, yeah, and you gonna look, and you gonna have to face what he's trying to get you to see. Oh, you gonna see it. So yes, your gut intuition, God, he tells you, he talks to you. Pay attention. Stay woke, people. Sexy Diva says Shirley was a desperate woman, but let him play with your granddaughter. I ain't got nothing for her. Blowfish at. Ooh, okay, Miss Sexy Diva. Okay, I see how you feel about that situation. Without him, everyone does. Mm, but Shirley show should be twice removed. So you should be removed from the show, Miss Alicia. I'm just asking for a friend. Is that what you're saying? Mm, mm, mm. Um, yeah. So you know, not everybody gets to escape a person like Nesto. You know, he was a charmer, and if I'm not mistaken, the other two wives that he had, they haven't even gotten a divorce from him. So, in all reality, I just look at it as Shirley was never that man's wife. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And people got to be careful today. Going out here playing with the people's husband, y'all. Let me say this. I'm about to wind it up now. About 10 more minutes, I'll get up off of here. But you know, that alienation of affection, y'all. Y'all remember Fantasia got sued behind that girl. Yeah, Fantasia down there messing around with the woman husband, y'all. I think there was a plot and a plan and a setup. But Fantasia got caught up in it, and the woman sued her alienation of affection. But I kind of disagree with that law right there too, because the way that these ninjas be lying, y'all, half of them ain't wearing no wedding ring today. So what the people of the law is telling us we got to do as a single female. So when a ninja approach us, we got to run the background check. We got to call around all these people to see if said person is married or not, so that we don't get caught up alienation of affection. I mean, is that what we got to do? I'm just asking. I want to know. Oh, they lie all the time, y'all. How we supposed to keep up with that? And that girl got caught up. She got sued by that man wife. Make it make sense. That often means no. Absolutely, Miss Candy. Nesto groomed Shirley. He sure did. And see how people run with stuff, y'all. See, let me tell y'all how people didn't know the whole story. Y'all remember when the people were saying that it was Steve Harvey that set Shirley up with Nesto? Steve ain't had nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. Did Nesto come to the radio station and propose to Shirley on the radio? He did. But Steve didn't set Shirley and Nesto up. Steve was introduced by Shirley. Shirley introduced them. I'm just saying, you know, how people get things so mixed up and twisted all the time, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying. But yes, Nesto is in for a long ride. Nesto told his friend Dre, and then y'all good people can figure out what it meant. He told Dre that you gotta sleep with. This was about 4 days ago. I just saw this today. But like I said, I gotta get back into it, y'all. But he told Dre that the jail is not like the jail anymore. He said you gotta sleep with one eye open and one eye closed, y'all. What y'all think he meant by that? I already know the answer. I already know. Her age made her vulnerable and desperate for love. Totally agree with you, Miss Candy. Absolutely. And she don't look her age, y'all. Shirley Strawberry, she's a pretty lady. She really is. She definitely met his representative, and she was not seeing all the red flags. I'm not gonna say she did. I think she didn't want to, because at that point, y'all, she probably done fell in love with that dude. You know, I mean, some females can easily be caught up just by a man opening the door, cause they ain't had that in their life. They don't know what that's like. I'm just saying. So, so much. But I'm glad that Sonya is inserting. She's volunteering. She's willing. She's really inserting herself into something she has nothing to do with, and she don't be careful. She gonna mess around and find herself in jail. I don't know what's wrong with her. That girl is crazy, or something. And two, y'all, before I get up off of here, Sonya want Nesto the thing in the beginning. I guess Nesto probably done figured out now. She wanted Nesto to think that she had money. Sonya ain't had no money, because if Sonya had the money, Dre wouldn't be putting money on Nesto's book. Sonya would keep his books going. That's what Shirley used to do. He called Shirley, be like, I ain't got no money on the books. Shirley put some money on the books. Sonya ain't putting no money on the books. Sonya trying to be his outside voice since he's on lockdown, clink clink. Uh, Carla says, y'all talking about nasty Nesto. Yeah, girl, you got to get back into it. Maria says, grooming, gaslighting. Yeah, all of that. And I can't fault Shirley, y'all. I'm not gonna do that. I'm really not no judging of her on this situation. The lady just wanted to be loved, and she thought the dude was legit on the up and up. Just robbed her blind. Shake my head. Yes, Miss Maria. Candace says they were evicted how many times? She ignored the flashing neon sign. Now, Miss Candy, you coming in hard today. Miss Candy ain't about to get nobody no break today. I ain't even mad at you. I am not. Carla says, hey Maria. Miss Candy coming in hard, y'all. I ain't gonna miss with her. I mean, it is what it is. She got caught up, y'all. She really did. Um, even in our older age, y'all, there gonna be probably some tough lessons that we learn along the way. We just never know. But I can only imagine the nights that she cried, and how sad she was. The relationship with her daughter he had came in between that, but I think they're back on tracks now, hopefully. But yeah, y'all, stuff can happen to any of us. None of us is exempt. I'm just saying. Um, it can, y'all. It can really happen to any of us. But I think Nesto is where Nesto needs to be. I think Nesto needs to stop lying to the people and his kids. He have adult kids, y'all. You know, I guess he just want the kids to have hope. He don't want his kids to see him in the way that he has been. The people said he was, you know, with the animals and all that kind of stuff. Y'all, I tell y'all, I heard a conversation with Nesto and Dre. Dre won't hold nothing back. He told Nesto why the people were calling him Nasty Nesto. He went down to the animals and everything, y'all. When I tell y'all, Dre won't play no games with that dude. Miss Sissy says Steve and Shirley both line all this came put after his arrest. Steve was let the story go on and the walk her down turned on her daughter and granddaughter. They were saved they self. Ooh. Mm, out. Yeah, and also, y'all, I did remember, you know, the people were saying that Nesto was trying to get down there to somewhere Steve had. That's why they were saying they weren't gonna let him out because he was planning on getting away. hmm And he had the people thinking that Steve was gonna help him. I don't know if Steve was gonna go that far. Mm-mm. Y'all, that dude should have got his life together. You know, he had the barbershops and stuff in Atlanta. He could have been a successful businessman if he would have just got himself together. But he couldn't do that. He couldn't stop. I don't know what's wrong with that stove. I ain't even trying to find out. Miss Candy says, thank God for Steve. He helped to make her whole again by keeping her employed and giving her money. Absolutely. And you know, even though they say Margie is the way she is, Margie, baby girl, don't forget where you came from because you know when all this stuff was going on with Nesto and Shirley, that's when the people were coming out talking about you and your situations and how you got to where you is. I mean, please don't never forget where you came from and how you got where you is today. No, I do know favor ain't fair. Miss Maria says one eviction would have done it for me. He ran her pockets and tanked her credit. Yeah, all of that. Miss Stacy says Steve was at the barber shop like the married to medicine husband. Girl, they be up in there shooting the breeze, Miss Stacy. They ain't about to lie. Y'all know how the men do. They do just like the women do to come to the salon. Girl, tell all the business. You got Sally and Sue over there praying, uh, separating them. They dealing with the same dude. All that kind of stuff comes out in the salons and the barbershop, y'all. I'm just saying. It's them soul ties that Miss Maria, you funny. Oh my God, I cannot. Um, Miss Maria says it's them soul ties that trip you up and keep you in bondage every time. Sexy Diva says Steve and Shirley knew. What they know, girl? Let's see what the people knew. Um, knew something was off about that man. Um, I agree with that, Sexy Diva. But you know, at the same time, y'all come on now. Y'all know how people get when you know something and you try to go to your even with your own family member, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Your siblings, your best friend. If you go to them and say, "Hey, I saw Larry over there with girl," y'all know 9 times out of 10 they end up getting mad at you. So you know, I read Steve was like, you know, I ain't trying to get up caught up into nothing. I'm just saying. I'm like that too. I've had plenty of times I told people stuff and they end up getting mad at you. So I be like, okay, find out on your own. It ain't me. Sexy Diva said G Squad, that was a porn ring going on with ooh girl. Ooh, TMI. Okay, girl. Miss Candace says Marjorie has been in mm, 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 mm. Let's see what Marjorie's been in. And her daughter has calmed down a lot too. Uh, I can't even see. Um, Marjorie has been in hiding since the rumor about the bodyguard allegedly. Yeah, but y'all, I think Steve had to learn to deal with that situation because he said it's cheaper to keep her because she was coming out saying she want this and she want that. I don't understand though how these people go out there and do what they do, and they be the cause of the breakdown, but then they end up getting more or something. I don't know. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Candy says Tuna Cat was taking promo pictures. G Wonder for what show? Girl, ain't nobody thinking about that crap. For Miss Candy. Uh-uh. Miss Candy, I ain't messing with you today. I just ain't gonna do it, Miss Candy. Cause we know they people trying to keep trying to make something be something that ain't gonna never come back be, y'all. That's it, that's all. Look at here, y'all. We almost what's the day? The 4th of the month? Is it the 4th or the 3rd? I think the 3rd. Y'all, this month gonna fly by so fast, and we still ain't seen nothing showing nothing about no Love and Marriage Huntsville coming back on. That show is not coming back on. It's done. It's over. And Tuna Cat them need to realize that. Stop talking that crazy mess. Now, oh, Tuna Cat faking again, as usual, in my opinion. Said a little louder, sensitive. I don't know what. I'm about to get up off of here. But this is what I need the people to tell her. When if y'all ever over there, don't do it in a mean way to hurt the girl's feeling, but just go ahead and tell her, break it down to it gently, y'all, and wear the girl too. Let them people know that they ain't TV material. They ain't got it. They don't have what it take, y'all. And I'm not trying to be funny. They just don't have it. Favor ain't fair. That part right there. And on that note, y'all, I have enjoyed y'all this good Saturday. I'm about to get up off of here. Yeah, see what I can find that's open, y'all. I gotta find something that's open. I'm ready to eat now. I had some chips too, but I'm ready to eat now. So I gotta get on up off of here. Miss Sexy Diva, I hope you enjoyed your burger from Five Guys. She says, "Hey, how Steve did his wife for that black cat. I can't respect that big lip fool." Ooh, Lord, Miss Sexy Diva, I cannot with you. She says, I can't respect that big lip fool. She suffered a breakdown was worse the funky feet. Yeah, that was not nice. I was so disappointed in Steve. And to y'all remember the people used to say that Steve said he was homeless and stuff. His first wife said that wasn't even true. And Steve is funny sometimes, but the way you right, Sexy Diva, the way he did his wife and took the son away from her, all that was so unnecessary. But karma, it spins the block, y'all. And regardless of what Steve looked like today, he gonna have to answer and stand in it for what he did to that lady. It wasn't right, but yeah, he's gonna have to answer to that. So I guess at this point, y'all, she probably said, and it looked like, the lady said, um, she worked herself to death for Steve. She was there. I tell y'all, so many of these stories and stuff that we talk about, y'all, it takes me back to Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Steve's wife was more or less like saying, I was there when all they had was each other. And once that fool got himself on his feet, he forgot about who was there for him. So, it is what it is. I'm a real sense of candy. And on what network? Did Zeus or Tubi make an offer? I get not with y'all. Look how he do his kids. And yeah, that's another thing, he got them twin daughters. The twin daughters, y'all, no people that don't, y'all, it's sad. But families is just not like families used to be way back when. Um, it was more, it sounds more like Steve had to make a choice between his wife or his kids. That's what it sounded like. The look like made us believe and think that, they was getting along. Everybody was so happy, and we probably would have still believed that as of today, if the daughters hadn't come out and, let the people know what was up. Um, Miss Maria says, thanks for joining the live. Enjoy your evening. Yes, absolutely. Thank y'all so much for joining. If you didn't hit that good like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out the door. Thank everybody that swung by to visit this afternoon. Greatly, greatly appreciate you so much. And if you're catching this on the replay, thank you. Welcome. Please make sure you hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for me. Let me read this last one before I get up out of here. That part right there. When he got on not a whole. Well, God bless them. I don't know, and Maria, Miss good night, y'all. I love y'all too. Thank y'all so much for joining. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye.